Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He finds his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This offense has a second down play. It's reverse. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. They'll take the touchdown off the board, a costly offensive pass interference penalty. Remember, both guys have a right to fight for the ball. They've got the screen set up. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And it'll be a touchdown.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes, because you're just asking to get picked off.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll throw it on first down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And that's going to be the challenge for this offense tonight, is holding up against this pass rush. They are one of the best defenses in the entire nation because of their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. They're going to have to do a much better job tonight protecting their guy, or they've got no shot.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Goes to the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Coming after, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for space, it's Harper. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They feed him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Buys a little extra time. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. He wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Harper. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Red pass, it's complete. Makes the catch and knock down. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Using the quick game. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong?
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their 3rd on the day, and they're #1 in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Harper. Plows through the defense. Bounced off his feet. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Dumps it off in the flaps. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Moving out of the pocket. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slot. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Takes it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. He's going to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Harper. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. The play action fake. He's right on target. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Got his man on the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Gets it out fast. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Unloads it left. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Auburn lines up quickly.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Fires complete on the crosser. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Smashes through. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And how about the confidence of this quarterback? Palmer, I got to know, man. I know this receiver's a stud, but I'm putting 2 guys on him. I'm trying to take him out of the ball game, and he's still going to throw it that direction.
Because even when he's covered, he's open. And these guys work tirelessly all week long. They understand where they're going to be. They understand when the football's coming out. You could put a 3rd guy over there, and I don't know if that would have changed the quarterback's decision. I think he was still going to his big playmaker on the perimeter.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It's a draw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Tempo and overdrive. the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. He's looking downfield to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Harper. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Fires to the big fella. Shakes off the tackler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And that ball is picked off. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll run play action. Keeps the play going. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They keep attacking through the air. They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll break the plane for a touchdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Western Kentucky. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Auburn lines up quickly. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And he can't escape, and down he goes. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Off play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Feeling some heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. On the run, it's Harper. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Fast motion from the offense. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Sometimes you wonder if rivals really don't like each other. This guy sure doesn't like anybody on the other side. He's tackling everybody.
And that's the kind of defender I want. The guys who don't like people. They love collisions. They love to throw their body around Jesse. He's been all over the field.
And this guy's good week in, week out, right? But in this game, he just seems like he's more dialed in, and he's playing at a different intensity level right now than I think anybody else on the field. You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of the game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They get him down after he makes the catch. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. This defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that. They are going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide out in motion. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Pulls it in. It's Harper.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Oh, it's loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Getting some heat.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Middle Tennessee is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
Fires to the big fella. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He'll do it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It'll be a draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Auburn sends out the punting unit. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Leaves it with the back. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick completion to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Motion from the offense. Quick release by the QB. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they got him for the sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
On to punt it away.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And more yards after contact. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll leave it with him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about this defense? Taking care of business. Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for room. It's Harper. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. He's got 50 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Wants to throw on second down. Setting up the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when he needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run it from the gun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Safe completion on the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves it with 3rd and 3. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Snags it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Middle Tennessee is lining up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 28 over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. To the house. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds the tight end. The Tigers get it past the sticks. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw it again. He makes the connection. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Here he goes breaking the pocket. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here, Lee.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They believe they can run right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Using his legs, it's Harper. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today, but build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Trying play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.